You ready to come back with the rest of the flock now? So this little hen here, this is the one we got from Adam Archer. This is our Herman Custis one. She's actually over here at the moment with the high flies. We took her out of the breeding loft. Then we took her into the other loft to separate her and give a bit of a break. And she paired up with a cockbird in there. So what I did, I thought I'd bring her over here and hopefully she doesn't pair up with anyone in a few days and we can take her back over. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take her over into the breeding loft and I might try and pair her up with the Blue Bar Vanderbilt that we got, and we just have them as a backup foster pair because I think that's going to work well. She really does want to breed. She pairs up really quickly, and she's pretty pushy on the cockbirds as well, so I think she'll want to get down on some eggs pretty quick, which is good because I do want to set up a couple of pairs for when I split up my tiger grizzles and I pair them in with my birds. I do want to pump out a few more rounds, so I'm just going to float those eggs. So basically what I mean, I'm just floating eggs is probably a more correct term in racing pigeons. So I'm going to float some eggs under her and a few other pairs. So you can come with us, but I've got one little thing to show you first anyway. Talking about floating pairs, we are obviously with the high flyers, which are not on this channel anymore. They are on the flock channel, which will be down in the description. So if you want to go and subscribe to that, you can, because I am starting to sort these guys out a bit more. But they are just helping out mainly lofts at the moment, and they're doing a little, oh, you've laid an egg, that's really good. So basically these, I'm floating eggs in and around here. So there's some eggs under here, eggs under there, and eggs under that one. And there might be a tiger grizzle egg up there, because we had that one tiger grizzle that broke, so I thought, oh, it's no point in them raising one, so I dropped it in up there. Okay, so yes, there is a tiger grizzle egg up there. And here we've got, let's have a look in here. So we've got a little baby in there. So this little baby here is actually the Vanderbilt cock that we're talking about, the blue bar, and the pied, the blue bar pied hen that we got. That's one of their babies. This is a very aggressive mum. And right here we do have another one hatching, which is the Vanderbilt Mealy we got down the bottom with Leo's daughter, and you can see it's hatching. So they're going to be really close together. The other one just hatched yesterday, and this one most likely will be out at some point today or tomorrow. So I'm starting to get a good grip of this fostering floating eggs thing. I actually find it as such a very powerful strategy for breeding. So if you've got a really good bird, you can really pump out like a lot of babies out of it, because the hard work is put onto, you know, guys like this. Most likely other racing pigeons would be preferable, but while I'm here I'll show you what else I got in here. So this one is more of the Vanderbilt pied. So there's another set of her eggs in here. So there's 2 eggs under this one and 1 there. So she's got another 3 babies coming. So we've actually bred quite a few babies off her potentially without even putting too much strain on her. So we're going to do the same when we repair up with Leo. We'll float her eggs out under other pairs. And this one here has one of Leo's daughters paired up to the red checker Vanderbilt. So that's where their eggs went. They're in under there. So, and we've got plenty of other options as well. These guys are doing their own thing as well. So make sure you go over, subscribe to their channel down in the corner, and we'll keep a close eye on these guys because there's a few racing pigeons in here. And I'm just curious to see how it goes. I think everyone says these guys are really good at doing it, raising babies. So give it a shot. Let's get you over, and hopefully you might pair up with this new cockbird pretty quick. Nice looking hen, this one. So we've got the hen here, but what I'm thinking of doing actually, once I build these high flyers a new cage, I'm thinking about setting this up as a foster facility. So basically we'll just set it up better than it is now, and we can probably set up a whole bunch of pairs in here just for fostering. I think it's a pretty good idea for floating. We'll call it the floating facility. It's just an idea because it's so much easier having a setup like this. Okay, let's put that hen in there. Hopefully this is the cockbird here that I want to pair up with. Oh, he's found her. Straight onto her. Oh, I'm getting too excited. Get the camera back in line. Come on, there we go. See, look, he's already straight onto it. This is what we wanted. I want to pair these two up. She's keen. Look at her. Oh, this is really good. I like it when the cockbirds are straight onto them, just courting them like this. It's just very good to watch. hopefully he can convince her to go up to his little spot up there. And these two will make a really good pair for fostering. But she's both really good parents, actually. And I've got a few babies off him. I don't really want to breed any more of him for the time being. The better out of the two is the pied hen. So I definitely want to make sure that I try and get as many babies out of her as possible. Or at least spread her across a few different cocks. Oh, look out, you got competition. Here comes the red fella. But this is working really well. Oh, they're all coming down now, even Big Titan. You're already paired up, buddy. Chaos. That's good, that's what we want. At least I know that I might not have to lock them up in their cage. So basically I've got, this is his nest box here. See if I can coax that hen up into there and just see what happens actually. Oh, she might come up there in a minute. But if I can get away with not having to put these fronts on it, it's so much easier to clean. I don't have to worry about putting individual food and water in there, which is definitely what I want. So hopefully he'll be straight onto her. Seems like he is. He's all puffed up and excited now too. He's like, hey, she's a good looking little hen, that one. We'll make sure we chase her. I don't know what she's doing down there. So hopefully they pair up pretty easily, and then we'll set them up as a pair we can float some eggs under, because Tiger Grizzles, I want to split them up. We've got Storm down the bottom here as well, and she's hanging on there, so she should be laying, I'm going to say this afternoon. I did think yesterday, but yeah, I'd say today is going to be the day. And then we'll split her up, because she's with 83, which is the other cockbird. I want to pair 83 to the Tiger Grizzle hen. And then I want to split up this pair here. And I want to use that hen over the back there, which is one of Leo's daughters. And obviously Storm's as well. You can see that she looks like her. She's very beautiful. I want to pair her up to the Tiger Grizzle cock. And then this guy, once we get him sorted, we can pair him up to Storm, because I really think that Storm and this guy are going to produce some super looking babies, and they should fly pretty well. Geez, you're still a good looking cock, this big guy, but we've got a few babies from over in that loft, so we'll test them. Now we've got all these stock birds, we can definitely keep hold of them and test them out. She's definitely got all the cockbirds going, even 83's going, which is good. So we'll just see how we go. Second egg will be laid up here tonight. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking those two eggs, moving them across into here. This hen has laid an egg, but I don't want to let her and Titan go again. I'm going to just float those eggs, I think. I've got a couple of rounds of Titan, and yeah, I don't know, he's just giving me a little bit of trouble this season, so we might just use him as a bit of floating. But then we got the big, oh, what's going on here? Things generally don't work this well when it comes to pigeons, but she is, look at her, fanning her wings out. I think she might have been down there, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, these guys should lay again soon as well, so we might even float those eggs out, and then hopefully you might get to go with Storm after the red checker cock. So it's a lot of mucking around, but we're really only testing Leo and Storm over a couple of different pairs. It's just very noisy, you are. Such a deep, manly voice on you. That's not your box. But he is a big, powerful pigeon. Look at him. I was thinking about pairing him up with the barless hen we got, because the we've only got one barless bird. No splits, nothing anymore. So I'd probably need to pump out a couple of little splits. I just don't want to lose that gene. So, but I don't think we're gonna do that just yet. I don't think. He's just so beautiful. Look at the colour on him. But he's definitely keen. So we'll see how we go. Stay tuned, because there's a lot of changes coming up. A lot of mixed pairings. My main goal is realistically just to get Leo and Storm through a couple of different partners, and then split these guys up and try and produce a whole bunch of Tiger Grizzles, because I do want, you know, 10 to 15 Tiger Grizzles in the race team this year. don't have to be pure Thai grizzles. I'm happy with blacks and stuff like that because those blacks are quite nice, or blue grizzles, whatever. I'm just putting a bit of mix in there, but you know, really good quality ones to race. So see how we go. Oh no, it's not your box. Get out of there. Oh no, she's got you. Gosh, this is getting crazy. One hen has set this whole place into chaos.